What is going on, guys? Popsy back in the video for you guys, bringing you my Week 3 team builder for Season 4 of the NPA. This week, your New York Klinks taking on the exception coach of the Tampa Bay Luxrays. His links, of course, will be in the description. And make sure you guys click that like button if you want to support the channel and see more NPA content. So, going over this matchup, looking at my opponent's team here, as you can see right above me, he has Thunderous Incarnate, Pelipper, Kingdra, Bronzong, Zoroark, Togedemaru, Mega Swampert, Shaman, Kabutops, Snorlax, and Heracross. I have Tapu Fini, Gudra, Fortress, Miltank, Raichu, Trevenant, Mega Absol, Tornadus Therian, regular Swampert, because he has Mega, of course, Delphox, and Toxtricity. So, a few things that stick out in this matchup. One, obviously it's a rain team. That's the elephant in the room right there. So I'm expecting rain to come, because if you look at his team, it seems very reliant on rain. Like, looking at this team, I really can't think of a way I would build a team of 6 Pokemon that doesn't include rain with the team. And I guess you could bring Thundurus, Bronzong, Swampert without rain, Shaman, Snorlax, Heracross. That's like the best you can get without bringing rain, but obviously his team functions in the rain. It is a rain team. He also has no fairy type and no ice type, which is very, very good. He does have a dragon type in the Kingdra, of course, meaning that's really the only thing stopping my Gudra from just sitting there and doing damage. He also, since he has a rain team, Fortress looks very, very good this matchup. His hazard removal is a little bit iffy. He does have Kabutops, which spins, and he does have Thundurus and Pelipper, which do defog. However, they are not the best hazard removing options. I feel like on his team, the most likely hazard removal is going to be Pelipper. However, Pelipper doesn't really want to come in and defog on Fortress when Fortress has Volt Switch. Depending on his spread, Volt Switch should do over half. So, going over this team, first Pokemon, like I said, Fortress looks very good this matchup. This is the first week we're bringing in Week 3. Giga Drain, Stealth Rock, Spikes, and Volt Switch. EV spread is pretty much just max defense, max HP, bold, or excuse me, relaxed nature, with the rest throw in a special attack. Now, I am running a relaxed nature. I doubt it'll come into play, but I want to make sure I outspeed the Snorlax no matter what. Now, granted, Snorlax could go for Cursive, which will make it outslow me, but I want to get a slow Volt Switch with Fortress at all times, because Fortress can take hits from literally everything on his team. He can't reliably run HP Fire because he's a rain team. Giga Drain hits a Swampert very, very hard. I feel like if I lead with this thing and he leads Pelipper, he might be inclined to go Swampert, fearing the Volt Switch, and then I can just go for Giga Drain. I also have Spikes and Stealth Rocks. I do not have Rapid Spin on this Pokemon. I don't think Stealth Rocks will be too much of an issue for me. I'm not bringing Torn. I'm not bringing Delphox. My team really isn't weak to rocks, so I don't think I'll have to Rapid Spin them away or defog them away or whatever. And I feel like having Hazard Stacking is a lot better because I will force his Pelipper in a lot, and I'm going to assume that his Pelipper is going to be his defog one. Kabutops with Rapid Spin on a rain team, it's an option, but I don't think it's an option that he will bring a lot. And Thundurus with defog, I don't think is something he'll bring a lot either. I feel like Pelipper is the most potent defogger. This will force in Pelipper, and Pelipper does not want to take Volt Switches. So that's that. Next Pokemon, another Pokemon that I have not brought yet that I thought would be really good in this matchup because he has a rain team, is my Trevenant. Kind of a weird set. I'm running a Yache Berry, Harvest, Trevenant with Sunny Day, Horn Leech, Rock Slide, and Exerge. Now, between these moves, I can hit a lot of his team super effective. I can hit the Thundurus, Pelipper, Zoroark, Swampert, Shaman, Kabutops. I can hit half of his team super effective, which is pretty nice. I also have Sunny Day to kind of just mess up his rain stuff, because let's say I have this out and I go for Sunny Day, and he goes to Mega Swampert. Mega Swampert's kind of useless now. I have the Yache Berry and Harvest as well, because I'm expecting him to have a good amount of Ice-type coverage, because I don't have a huge Ice weakness at all, but I do have Tornadus Therian, and I feel like if I were him, I would definitely expect Tornadus Therian to come just to spam 3 Hurricanes because of the rain. However, as you can see, I'm not bringing Tornadus Therian, so with Harvest and Yache Berry in the sun, I always give my Yache Berry back, and that basically makes his Ice-type attacks useless. I wish I could have ran Leech Seed or Protect, but I feel like I really need these coverage options, because if I didn't have Rock Slide, then I wouldn't be able to hit the Thundurus at all. And the only way Thundurus can really hurt me is if it's like Z-Fly or something like that. And if he burns his Z-Fly on my Trevenant, then that's just fantastic. So kind of a weird gimmicky set, but I do think it can work, and I do think it'll catch a lot of things off guard. Unfortunately, though, I cannot stand on Pelipper, which is his rain setter, so it is going to be a little bit tough. And originally I actually did have Toxtricity on this team, but I ended up dropping it because of this Sunny Day, and I felt like another reason why I dropped it was because I feel like Gudra just had a much better matchup in this game rather than Toxicroak. As you can see, I'm running an Assault Vest Sap Sipper. The reason I'm running Sap Sipper over, say, Gooey or Hydration, Hydration's kind of useless because I don't expect him to status me, and I do have Finny, so it's not really, I don't think Hydration's going to be that great because he has Rain. Gooey could have been nice. However, the thing with Gooey is, like, the Rain's going to double his speed, and then I'm only going to make him -1 speed with the Gooey, so he's still going to outspeed my team anyway. With Sap Sipper, that basically makes Shaman useless. I mean, you could Dazzling Gleam me, I guess, but I'm just going to click Dragon Tail all the time. Like I said earlier, he does not have a Fairy type, he does not have an Ice type. I am pretty free to spam Dragon Tails. I don't know why I have 4 special attack investment too. Let me just change that. There we go. Originally, actually, yeah, the reason why I had it because I was dumb and forgot that this thing got Thunder Punch, so I had Thunderbolt. And I was running a minus speed nature, which it's better to run Thunder Punch, obviously, because then I'm not running minus speed. But anyway, with this coverage, you're going to hit a lot of things on his team. Power Whip is... Grass coverage in general against his team is very, very good. Nothing really wants to take it too well, even the Pelipper. And if I get Hazards up and I just spam Dragon Tail, he really can't touch me. The thing that can hurt me the most is like Ice Punch from Snorlax. Or Ice Punch from like a Swampert, but even that shouldn't be enough to kill me from the Snorlax at least. So sits here, spams Dragon Tail. Like I said in my team build or my draft analysis though, one Pokemon that I'm scared of that I probably should have mentioned earlier is Snorlax. Snorlax can be an issue a lot. That is another reason why I want to bring Toxicroak, because of Snorlax, but Superpower can do a lot of damage to it, and I can always Dragon Tail it out, and if I get Hazards up, I can play around it. It can't spam Rest as well because Tapu Fini, which is very nice, and we'll get to that later. So next Pokemon, Raichu, kind of a weird set. This actually might change slightly with the matchup. I might make it a Life Orb, I might drop Agility for another move, but as of right now, this is the Pokemon, this is the set that I'm going to use. Zap Plate, Raichu, just so my electric moves do a little bit more damage. Volt Switch, Grass, not Thunderbolt, Agility, Timid, with, you know, Sped Crab to outspeed everything that I need to. So, if I get an Agility up with this thing, I actually outspeed his entire team, which is pretty cool. The only downside to that is, in order for me to effectively get this sweep off, I need to make sure that, like, Togedemaru or Shaman or Bronzong even are down. Because I'm not going to be able to do enough damage to those things. If I get an Agility up and he still has Pelipper up, let's say I get an Agility, right? And his team consists of Pelipper, Zoroark, Mega Swamperts, Kabutops, and even like Thundurus. I should be able to get a decent sweep, especially if some of those are chipped down and if I have Hazards up. That's the thought process behind this. It's kind of more of a second win con. Like, I don't think this team has one surefire win con that'll just come in and get a lot of kills. I feel like it'll be a more balanced effort, kind of like week 1, but this is kind of like a panic button, like, okay, if I get Agility off, that's great. Next up, Tapu Fini. We are running a Bold Nature, right? Yeah, Bold Nature, Haze, Nature's Madness, Moonblast, and Ice Beam. Bold, Max Defense. This thing is pretty much my switch into the Snorlax. It can also switch into the Swampert as well. Haze is there, so that way Snorlax can't just go for Curses. Nature's Madness, I can do at least half damage to it. And then Moonblast and Ice Beam just do as much damage as possible. I don't really need to run a Water move in this matchup, because if you look at his team, he doesn't have anything that's weak to Water. I don't think anything on his team is weak to Water, unless I'm missing something. Yes, he does have the Rain boost, which will boost my Water moves, but I just didn't see the point. I feel like Haze, Nature's Madness, Moonblast, and Ice Beam were the better moves. I feel like I needed that Ice Beam because I want to be able to hit that Shaman, and I also want to be able to hit... That's the only weak to Ice, actually. Well, I guess I could hit Thunderous, too. And then I feel like Moonblast was just the better stab in this matchup on top of Scald or Surf, because Moonblast can also hit the Zoroark Super Effective, which is very nice. And I feel like, again, like, I think I did this week 1 or week 2, I can't remember, just spam Nature's Madness and things take damage. Last up, we have Montreal, the Mega Absol, first time I'm bringing it this season. Sucker Punch, Knockoff, X-Scissor, and Superpower. Jolly Nature to outspeed what I need to outspeed. Again, Superpower for the Snorlax. He does not have a single Dark Resist on his team, outside of Zoroark, but Zoroark's really frail. He doesn't have a single Dark Resist on his team, and Zoroark can't take an X-Scissor, so I'm pretty free to just sort of spam knockoffs and Sucker Punch at certain points of the game, which should be very cool. If I were to say one Pokemon where my win con, it probably would be Mega Absol, because late game, if Zoroark is down, he really has not much that could stop this thing. So that is the team. I feel like the way to beat this team is, I'm not going to beat this team in terms of speed, obviously, because he has a rain team. And I feel like the best way to do it was with my bulk, which is what I have with Draciel, Deku, Goodra. Goodra has no nickname, but I should change that. Actually, he should be Shiny and Figment. There we go. But like I said, the way you beat this team is with bulk, because you can't outspeed it because it's a rain team. I have bulk with Fortress, Trevenant, Goodra, and Tapu Fini. Raichu's there. It's a fast Pokemon. If I get Agility up, that's great. And then this thing is there because, I mean, speed doesn't matter when you have Sucker Punch, I guess. So that is the team. Hopefully we get a win. We are sitting at a 1-1 record. I would definitely like to make that a 2-1. My opponent, I believe, is 0-2. And he had some pretty rough matchups. So I do think we have a good matchup, though, because if you look at my team does kind of look like a rain team, and I am playing against a team that is pretty reliant on rain. So in theory, I should have the matchup. Also, something I want to mention too is I never wanted to go for rain during the draft. I know a lot of people in the draft stream thought that. Even my opponent thought that. I was watching his draft analysis, and there were some picks that he took because he was scared that I would take it going for rain. But this is the team. I think match up pretty nicely. Fortress and Goodra should be the MVPs. That's my speculation. So thanks for watching. Keep it in your Klinks. See you guys in the battle tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you guys later, and bye-bye.